We just went live anyway.
Oh.
But let me just move some stuff, see how we're looking. Hopefully no. This is my luck. I've had no internet issue. Knock on wood. No internet issues for the last week and a half. Watch. Now we do the podcast. It just goes down.
Yep. Something's gonna happen. Mine will go down.
Something will go down. Yeah. All right. Let me grab water real fast now that we're there. Mom, hold down the fort. We'll see who's there, who's not.
No.
Hold down the fort for 2 seconds, Ma.
I'll have to do my Mission Impossible song again.
Yeah. I wish there was a way that I could show you the questions and stuff, but whatever. Yeah. Let me move this over so we have a full chat. Okay, we're looking good now. We're looking good. We are finally live.
It doesn't help me if I put yours on. Oh, that just gives me both of us.
Yeah, it really doesn't. It really does not, Mumsy.
Well, how do I get your screen?
I haven't posted my screen yet. I just want to get some water, and then we're good to go.
Chop, chop.
I'm speeding.
Oh, that is a sad-looking chair. Look at it. It's all peeling and...
Don't make fun of the chair.
You should green screen your chair and make it look like a really nice new leather chair.
It's not that bad.
It's like a piece of junk.
It's not that bad. This is what a professional veteran looks like.
Oh my God.
This is what happens when you've been using it for... This is called hard use, mother. Don't act like yours is so much better.
It is. Mine's in pretty good shape.
Anyway, how was the week, Mumsy?
We were doing a crossword puzzle today, Grandma and I. And she said, 3-letter word for exhausting. I said, Mom.
How rude, mother.
That's the week, okay? She laughed.
That is funny. So just crossword puzzles with Graham? That's basically been the...
Well, fortunately, I told you the subscription, I got a deal for a newspaper. They drop it right at the front door. Hallelujah.
Right.
So the puzzle's in there every day, and God bless her, she will work that thing like it's a job application. She's filling in every box. She researches it like she's got money on it.
She does. She does have
worth
money on it.
Every penny of that paper, and I do it with her. We did it at lunch today. So yeah, it's been it's a good week. Good week.
Uneventful. My week was pretty good too. Thanks for asking, Mom.
I did. I was going to ask you next.
No, you weren't. Don't lie, Ma. You don't care about your kids.
Don't tell me the highlight was the egg that you told me about yesterday.
That egg was on a whole nother level. The mayo egg was on a whole nother level. I mean, the hard part about that is the recipe's designed for 1 egg. So if you were making 3 eggs, right? Like let's say 3, you'd have to adjust. Hello, Diana. You'd have to adjust the amount of mayo. Yeah, well, not really the ingredients. The mayo, it's 1 ingredient, right? It's 3 eggs, mayo, but it would be a lot of mayo if you were to add up the 3 eggs. So,
well, you would multiply it by 3.
Ma, stop yelling at me. Mom, stop yelling. This was a hard recipe I had to follow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But it's like a good kind of meal supplement. What's up, Faith? It's kind of like a good quick snack if I need something in between meetings or in between whatever. So
bring it to Souffle. Put it
I
on
will.
your other podcast.
No, someone asked us to do rice pudding. So I think
Grandma?
No.
Is that Grandma?
Well, on Souffle we'll do the rice pudding instead of a full meal, especially with Uncle Jerry's shoulder. So we'll do something easy, ideally.
Simple.
Yeah, keep it pretty simple. So that's kind of the plan. We'll probably record that on what's today? Today's Saturday. Probably not tomorrow. Probably Wednesday. So yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot of articles to go through today, Mom. We got a ton.
You didn't send me yours.
Yeah, I didn't. As I said last time, Mom, I like hitting you with this.
Blind with Christopher's email.
I like the surprise element. I like you being completely sideswiped. It's preparing you for Congress someday when you get blindsided with questions.
Right. Confirmation hearings, firing questions.
Yeah, firing questions. All right.
Means he's yelling at people. That won't go well.
For those of you who are new to the live versions of the podcast, or if this is your first time even at the podcast, usually welcome, of course, and usually what we do is we'll go through the article, we'll talk about it, and then we'll give it a little bit of time for anyone to have any questions, opinions, rebuttals, however you want to do it. So,
and teach us stuff. We learn a lot of people from people sometimes.
we do, but we don't care about your opinions. When you tell us things we don't listen. Yeah.
Oh, stop. That's not true. Maybe you don't.
Mom, they're all lesser. No. These peasants? No. Get your own podcast. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of line these up based on kind of how you sent them, but also I feel like I have a good flow here on
all right, I'll go with what you have because I don't even remember all of mine.
Well, the big one, I mean, we don't even really need an article for it. Let me just, boom. And then let's just make sure that this is good. Boom. Yes, we're good here. Sweet. Why is this like not centered? Huh. Interesting. Hold on. Can I center it? No. It's fine. Whatever.
Remember.
But I think the big question here from last week, because we talked a lot about the war going on in Iran, obviously, is the Strait of Hormuz. Is that how you pronounce it? I always thought it was Hormuz, but I guess not. The Strait of Hormuz. I was like, I don't know. It just sounds way better. Who put a Z in there? Who the hell puts a Z? So
it's a Middle Eastern name. What do you want to tell you? Hormuz.
But we talked about last week about the mines that are in there, the boat sinking mines. Now, I also didn't realize how much of a change that this has caused in that strait. So also, there are so many boats that go through that every day. I did not realize how many boats go through that. It is a very important sea or like slew of ports, I guess is the right way of putting it. So just since this happened, right? 20 ships since the war started, 20 ships have been bombed, right? Just blasted. And 97% of the ships going through this place have ceased to go through. So, I mean, production, I guess, is 97% down when you kind of break through it. Break it down, I should say. Also, I saw an art. I don't know how true this is.
It's not really production. It's the transportation of it.
Sure. I mean so many countries go through there. Yeah. Yeah. So many countries go through there. It's a huge port, which this is what I mean. I'm going to be honest. I never really heard of this place until this war started. But I know that over there, a lot of oil goes through there, a lot of food. But Iran has basically shut it down. There's really they're slowly letting people back in. Like I saw, I think today or yesterday, they just allowed Japan to go in or go through. So they're kind of picking and choosing who's allowed to go in and out, but no U.S. or no allies of the U.S. So we only get 4% of our oil from Iran, if that. So this is why I don't know why it means so much to us, but I think you can explain that a lot better. So
not necessarily. Only to say, I know the president came out this week and say, "Hey, we don't need it at all. We'll secure the area. Let NATO go in. Let UK, let France. They're the ones who all need the oil. So why are we doing it?" I mean, he's really thrown the gauntlet down a lot of these NATO nations that are, we don't want to get involved. We don't want to do anything. Okay, well then you're not going to get your oil because we don't need it. The small amount that we need isn't going to cripple us, and we really did it because of the threat to us from nuclear attack.
Right.
We didn't do it necessarily for the oil, but they've had such a control over the oil business. I mean, that is Iran. Do you know anything else from Iran other than nuclear weapons or terrorism and oil? That's their whole the bulk of their economy.
I think you and I talked about this on the phone. I don't remember if we talked about it on the podcast last week, but one of the things that they say, this is where Trump's big brain play comes in, is Iran gives most of their oil to China. Right now, we're in an AI race. That's not really, considering that the CEO of Supermicro co-founder just got arrested for selling those $2.5 billion worth of NVIDIA GPUs to China's government. Yes, we talked about that, yeah. I think this more so cripples China than anyone else. I'm sure they sell oil. Iran sells oil to these other countries as well. But I don't think Iran is like a major, major player. I would think that Saudi Arabia is. I would think that I'm sure Russia's selling a lot of oil. So especially to China, I'm sure. So I wonder, like, not to sound rude, but to your point, what does Iran have?
Right.
Not much. Yeah.
And Secretary Besant was talking about this week we're going to monetize the oil. So, in other words, guess what, China? You're not going to get all of it.
Right.
Now they're going to take it and distribute it to the other nations, a certain amount to each one. They call that a form of monetizing it. I don't really understand why it's defined that way, but basically taking millions of barrels and giving it to other people, other nations equally, rather than just allowing China to have it and
Right.
Russia to have it, whatever. So that's another interesting tool, as Bassett calls it, a tool we have to make sure that oil prices don't get crazy. We'll take it over and decide who's going to get it where. Also, we talked about this last time, but giving oil out of our the emergency reserves, right? So strategic reserves, I think they call it. So I think we just released 45 million barrels, something to that amount yesterday, which also helps, as you know, supply and demand. You supply it for the demand, it brings the price down, right? So, or it levels it off. So that's another way of controlling the price. But at the end of the day, I mean, that is the cold, hard reality. We don't need to police that strait at all. We always get stuck doing it. And I think it's really been a lesson, not for us, because those of us paying attention and the current president, we know it. NATO doesn't pay their fair share. Anytime there's a problem, now you can make the case, well, we started this over there, so we're responsible for it. Okay, we haven't asked for any help, or they haven't offered any help in this battle. UK said they weren't going to, and they've since backpedaled. I think this week they say, oh, yeah, we'll send some help or whatever. But it's at the point where, you know what? Screw you guys. You don't want to help us in the war. We're paying everything for your security, right?
Right.
And it's disgusting. I saw a fact since World War One, we have given over 109,000 American lives to battles overseas for other nations, bailing them out. World War One, World War Two, Korea. You know, you can make the case that we got involved. Should we have been there? Whatever. But these are all the parts of the world where now, when we turn around, where are these allies that we went in to help out? They're nowhere to be found. So you know what? Defend it yourself. Then we don't need the oil.
Yeah, especially now that we have Venezuela. We took Venezuela. I mean, we were already kind of getting our own oil before from the U.S. Now we have Venezuela. We really don't need the Middle East as much anymore. And the Middle East that we do work with is Saudi Arabia. So that's why,
and our issue with Iran was not the oil. It used to be years ago. The issue was nuclear weapons.
Right.
And they hate America, and it was their intention to do destruction, start with Israel and work their way over. Venezuela, same story. The issue with Venezuela was communism was moving in. We cannot have that in our hemisphere. It started with socialism, and it was becoming, we had threats that were going to take over that nation. Right. Can't have that here. It's a threat to our nation.
Yeah. So speaking of quote unquote threats to our nation, I do want to bring up the Joe Kent stuff, because this was kind of a big deal. Now, up until about 2 days ago, I've never even heard of this guy. I know he's big now because he was the head of counterterrorism, right? And he resigned the other day, talking about how he didn't see that this was, he sees I'm trying to think of how he put it, but he just doesn't like that. He feels that the U.S. is kind of just going into this war for no reason. And that we're fighting for Israel, basically, which I get that argument a little bit. I do think that a lot. I do think slightly, and you might disagree with me, I do feel like Netanyahu has kind of figured out a way to corner Trump into making decisions or he kind of forced Trump into certain decisions, like the initial bombing on Iran, allegedly because Netanyahu was threatening nuclear warfare. Trump was like, no, we'll bomb them so you don't have to. Like, that's a couple of things that, how do I put this? I do feel like we're kind of playing into his hand a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not saying I disagree with this guy, but I don't know if it
Okay,
was with the
are we talking
resignation.
about Joe Kent right now, or you want to talk about Netanyahu? I don't know.
Well,
You started with
where do
this
you
guy.
want to start? Like
Well, I mean,
I understand why he resigned, and he talked about a lot of the Charlie Kirk stuff, but I hate to say it, but I feel like the Charlie Kirk stuff's kind of over. I know. Listen,
well, they're trying to tie it to Israel.
right,
Remember when he was first assassinated, you had said I think Israel might be involved, or there's some possibility that Israel was involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
right.
I have not seen any intelligence or any information about that as of right now. It's just I think some supposition. We won't know until we find more information out. But it's once again very sketchy information. We haven't heard much. Blah blah blah. Joe Kent. All right. So I know of Joe Kent from War Room days when he was running for, I believe, a House seat in what state is he from? Washington or somewhere out west. His wife died during one of the Middle East
No.
conflicts. He was very pro President Trump's agenda. Um, so I will say I don't know enough information about. Apparently, he was being looked into as being a leaker prior to him resigning. So they weren't making it sound like they were trying to make it sound like, oh, they're going after him now because he went against Trump and resigned. My understanding is he was being investigated before this. And now after the war, he has decided to resign. Makes you wonder, you have to question, is this his cover to say, oh, I was
Right.
let go because of this? Or is this timing on his part? Like he knows he's wrong and he needs an excuse.
Well, I think one of his
Whatever.
big arguments, like when he was on Tucker, right? He did Tucker Carlson's interview. He was basically saying that there wasn't enough grounds of information to actually go in on Israel or on Iran. Sorry, and I think I always forget the name of the lady who. Who's the one that
Gabbard?
that does the press conferences? Well, Tulsi Gabbard was one of them, but the blonde lady,
Levitt. Catherine Levitt.
Levitt. She said no. The president clearly had enough information to go in. There was enough people saying yes on this, but also we've heard Tulsi Gabbard wasn't a fan. Pete Hegseth was a fan of going in on Iran. There was a couple other names in there that they were against or for. It was like it's kind of a great schism in Trump's cabinet right now, to my understanding, or from what I'm hearing. And he was one of the people that was kind of anti this Iran thing, and he's the head of the counter-terrorist group. So I would assume that he would probably know just as much as Trump, if not more, considering. So I would think that this guy has quite the bit of merit to say, hey, we probably shouldn't be going in on Iran when this is Israel's war. If that makes sense. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I told you that recently I saw Tulsi Gabbard and the CIA Director Radcliffe testifying in front of a Senate committee or a House committee, and one of the senators or representatives, I can't remember who it was, point blank said, was there evidence for this to justify going in? And both Tulsi Gabbard and Radcliffe said, we can't discuss that in an open forum. We could do that during a classified meeting. Tulsi said, I give the president all the facts. And she basically said that there was justification that Iran was a threat, an imminent threat to the United States. Radcliffe basically said the same thing. Now, they just give the information to the president. That's their job. It's not their job to make the decision for the president. It's up to the president to decide give me the information. I will make the decision based on what I've campaigned on and whatever. Trump campaigned on being the person to end wars and not wanting a forever war. So far, he's followed through on everything else he said he was going to do, for the most part, right? Having said that, I believe that there's more information there than we're aware of. Now, for younger people, Joe Kent's a lot younger than I am. I can understand we've had, I'd say, a couple of decades of younger people who may not fully appreciate how long and how deep Iran has been a threat to the United States. And I've lately been reading comments from people on articles that will go all the way back to 1977 when they held 40 some odd American citizens hostage for 400 days in an embassy. It was a shit show every night on TV, okay? And they've done shows about it. That's just one incident, and that was in the 1970s. And we've since had bombings, attacks, embassies blown up. It's like death by 1,000 cuts, right? Let alone we get to 9/11. And that's the most recent. And that was what, well, not the most recent, but that was 20 some odd years ago now, right? You
Hmm.
were a little kid. So it's easy to say, well, I don't see enough right now to justify it. I don't need to see it. I'm fine with it because I know it's been death to America, death to America. And it deeply concerns me that we've had people in this country now chanting that. We didn't have that in 1977. We
Hmm.
didn't have that in 2001. Now we've got students, people from other countries, naturalized or whatever, openly calling pro Palestine death to America.
Right.
That threat's becoming, shit's getting real here, man. Do I think these people are dangerous? I think they would be if they're given the opportunity. And I'm not comfortable that our government can contain these people anymore. It's like pulling teeth in nails. So to say they weren't that much of a threat, I kind of say, open up your eyes a little bit and go long term here. Yeah, it's always been a problem for Israel. We know that. They're their next door neighbors, they're
Yeah.
within bombing distance.
We know people
But
from Israel who would tell me like how, like every day, the one thing we don't have to deal with in America is like every day you'll just be walking in the street and no war going on or anything, but just car bomb, right? So
you know what? You're right. But guess what? Gradually, that has been starting to happen in America.
yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
another person screaming Allah Akbar, shooting up a school, right?
Yeah.
That just was last week. So to say, well, we don't know it, you're right. We don't know the extent that those people have, but sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. It's gradual. And for somebody of my age who remembers as a little kid watching the embassy on TV and all the things that have happened, having people we know who were killed, acquaintances on 9/11, I'm like, what's the question here?
My other, the other one that you're talking about, or kind of falls under that, the terrorism, the guy that drove into that church recently.
Yep.
Remember, we just found out that his brother was like one of the top 3 military guys of Hezbollah or one of those in Lebanon. So, yeah, I mean, we're getting to the point where these sleeper agents, if you want to call it that, are becoming more common, I guess. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I think that one, I don't know if that was so much of a religious threat than you killed my brother threat, but I don't know.
But, we've been so passive.
Yeah, it's true.
If you and again, you guys were little, and I don't know the age people. Some of the people might remember this who are listening, but 9/11 immediately was don't be Islamophobic. We got to don't attack the Muslims. That was immediate. Like the next day, everyone's like, forget just because there's a couple bad ones. It's like everyone was so afraid to address or wake the giant in the room, and now we have a Muslim leader or a Muslim born individual in New York City, the mayor. We've bent over backwards, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this, but now we're at the point where we're chanting death to America in these cities. Did we learn nothing from how many years ago? We're too passive. And now when somebody takes a stand and says, we've had enough, right? We had enough. We're not doing this anymore. ICE is going to get these people out, look for the sleeper cells of the FBI. And if a country is an imminent threat, hey, if it benefits Israel, I don't care. I'm not going to do it for Israel. If it benefits them, great. But when you're chanting death to America, and I believe at some point they're never going to let it go, we will eventually learn whatever evidence he looked at. And people can decide, was it really an imminent threat or not? You know what? I don't even need it to be an imminent one. From where I'm sitting, it's been going on for 30 years.
Yeah.
If not longer. I don't know if this was true, but I heard a quote that even Bill Clinton said, I wish I had done it back then.
Yeah. I saw that. I think you sent it to me, but yeah.
1983 when they bombed the U.S. Embassy. Yeah, I wish I should have done it then. Yeah, maybe you should spend less time on Epstein Island and more time defending America, which was your job as president.
Right. And also parlaying into the next article. I mean, it's not like these Iranians even see their own people as like we're also forgetting, and this was like a flash in the news before this war started. They were having a giant civil war. 92% of the people in Iran don't even like the leaders of Iran. Plus, there's a lot of videos that you won't see in mainstream news, but of the Iranians thanking Donald Trump for bombing the regime because they don't like him. So this one you sent to me, which is crazy, during the I mean, mass murdering of their civilians, to say the least. The 40,000 civilians that they killed. There was a 19-year-old. If you want to take it away, give everyone the details.
Well, it was him and two other men. He's a wrestler. I don't understand, and I don't know the wrestling, but well-known wrestler for Iran. They executed him. He was part of they say it was part of the anti-regime crackdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was publicly hanged with the other two men. They tortured them to confess to the capital crime of waging war against God. Okay, that was the
That's
crime.
pretty crazy.
They were part of a riot, and they claim that they did not attack. I don't know if the police officers were or whoever their security forces during this attack. I don't remember if they killed the men or they just attacked them, and that's how they justified arresting them. There was a sham trial, which was basically no trial, after 2 months, and then just decided to execute them. I'm sure it's no coincidence that I believe a few weeks ago, the President of the United States had said, stop executing your people. This is getting out of control, or we're going to attack. And, they broke all these rules. So it was almost like an in your face to the President of the American States. Oh, don't tell us what to do. We're going to execute these people. They were accused of killing two
Police officers
with knives and swords during a protest. No trial, and just hang to send a message to everybody that this is how you're going to be treated. Well, that's what they do in regimes. The British did it here with Americans. They tortured and hanged them and did whatever. And, it's unfortunate. It's just another example of those people who are standing up for free Palestine, free Iran, and this war must end. And, they're peaceful people. There ain't anything peaceful about the Iranian regime against their own people and the rest of the world.
Right. I mean, that's why when we talk about, I don't understand how, like, you never see any Iranian U.S. people saying, hey, please don't take down the Iranian regime, right? I haven't seen a single video on an Iranian here in America, including that Democratic Iranian representative here, right? He's from Iran, and he's a Democrat. He's not a fan of Trump, but he said, thank you, Donald Trump, for doing this because this was long overdue. The people hate these people, right? The ones that are making a stink are the Democrats for the most part. But as we were kind of talking about with Joe Kent or whatever, yeah, I do agree in not meddling with other people's affairs. Like, that's right. But to say that these people, or we have no right to go into there, it's kind of tough because I do see his point, but also, like, aren't we supposed to be the ones kind of helping people? I thought that was what the Democrats wanted, and then when we help, we're the problem, or the Republicans are the problem. So, I don't know. It's a very strange. It's like we just completely forgot about the 40,000 people that were killed by their own country.
Right. I mean, the Civil War was going on prior to our invasion of that country. You can make the case that the timing was right because the people wanted the regime out. It is not as though the U.S. decided, oh, we know what's better for you. But I don't believe that's why we went in. Again, that was just a fringe benefit. It was more a direct threat to the United States or another threat to the U.S. at a time when we needed to tamper down some of the people boiling over. But I will say it is laughable to somebody like me when I have to listen or I read I'll say a liberal individual, especially a young woman, who will sit there and defend this nation and pro-Iran and the people of Iran and Trump is wrong and blah, blah, blah. Just look at a picture of the women in Iran in pre-1970s and look at them after. They look like every other hippie girl from the United States, and literally the same people after, covered head to toe in black.
Right, they switched it back.
That's the life these women were leading. Can't go to the doctor by yourself. You can't get an education. I mean, it's every backwards thing you could think of. How do you take these young liberals seriously? They're obviously not, they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay? It's pathetic. And I'm the first to tell you, I don't, you choose your own government. I believe in that. I believe in democracy. You choose it. It does not get chosen for you. That's what our nation's about. And I certainly can't support some country that oppresses one group of people the way they do in a regime like that.
Well, that's
And
why
we
I
know
think.
what happens
Oh,
over there. I mean, it's
yeah,
not just in Iran, but they're extremely oppressive there. And
right.
having said that, if the people want to change it, the there's always been an understanding that the United States supports democracy anywhere and everywhere in the world. We support it. We encourage it because we know that's the best way. Just like communists think that their way is the best way, even though they usually are poor and they can't feed their people.
Right.
So we say it's really not the best. Okay, you have that debate. When a country rises up like that, now you get into the case of, well, do we give them weapons to support themselves? Do we get involved? What are the limits to supporting democracy? That's how we wound up in Vietnam. That's how we wound up in Korea. You know, if you have to be really careful how you do it. And in this case, it took a threat to the United States for the president to say, okay, we're going in. If that benefits the people of that country, but you're going to have situations like this with this young man. Unfortunately, I'll use the term loosely, martyr for the cause.
Yeah.
They're an example of what happens.
Also, kind of go back to what you said about kind of lack of education. I mean, let's just go back to when the whole Israel-Palestine war started, right? Which, truthfully, whatever happened to that war? I mean, you can make the argument that that's what's going on right now with Iran, but we haven't heard about the people from Palestine in quite a while. But that's kind of besides the point. When it comes to,
I heard Hamas recently complaining against Iran.
Yeah, because a stray missile hit. Yeah,
over there.
yeah, I saw that. But it kind of goes back to lack of education in the sense of, remember how many people who were part of the LGBTQ community were going for gays for Palestine?
Yeah.
Right? Not understanding that in Palestine you would be executed for being gay. It's like helping your enemy. I don't want to say enemy. That's not the right word, but these people don't like you. You would think, like, it doesn't make sense. It's like, I don't even know. I can't even.
There was a supermodel, I think it was either Bella or Gigi Hadid, who's, I think, a family is from
Palestine, right?
the Middle East somewhere, maybe Palestine, who came out, a while ago, not recently, but, oh, we have to support, how dare we, we have to support the Palestinians, and they're so blah, 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 whatever it was. She's very pro. And the overwhelming comments from people were like, do you realize you couldn't walk down the street?
Yeah, you couldn't do it
right now.
Yeah. That's what I mean by lack of education.
Right. And that's dangerous. Not only does it make you look stupid, but it's very dangerous when you're spouting off as a public person, right? It just highlights just how ignorant these individuals are, or how they know these things, but they just want the attention of being different, or being antagonistic. We must support somebody that hates America. Okay, you're in America and we allow you to do that. You can't do that over
in other
there.
Places, yeah. It's easy to say things when you're in a country that gives you that freedom, right?
That's right.
But when you're in, the thought process of going over there and trying to do that, I mean, we were doing this for you as they're getting executed, right?
Right.
So,
right. And that's why this individual, as sad as it is, I mean, he represents, this is how screwed it up this is. And what more than another 19-year-old to say to these 19, 20-something-year-old people who are pro-Palestine and everything else, this was a citizen of that country. It was a male, right? He wanted change, and the answer he got was a hanging.
Yeah. Sad. All right, let's give it like 2 minutes for anyone that wants to put the 2 cents into anything that we talked about. I doubt anyone has anything to say because we were just so correct. What are you looking at, Mother?
I'm looking at I saw a picture of Denise Richards before and after her facelift. It was up the corner there. Yeah.
Oh.
She had her whole face done.
She looks way better now. She looks like
she looked sad before.
Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
No, she looks
something
like
so serious as someone being hanged.
Wait. Where's the little duck guy? That's what he looks like. What she looks like.
Oh, that's mean.
This one. Sorry.
You loved that show when you were little.
I
Land
loved
Before
it.
Time.
I'd still watch it if it was on.
Oh my gosh. Anyhow.
Okay.
Any lighter, brighter news? Or is it all
I got some good ones. I mean, we can move on to this one. Right, the Japanese Prime Minister came over. Sane Tikachi delivers remarks during the Senate dining room. Now, I'm sure you, right? You know what she looks like, right? Yeah. You know that lady. Now, you watched Attack on Titan, but the
oh my
comparison
God.
that people make too.
She looks
right,
like.
right. She looks. People are saying she looks like. Do you remember the cart Titan with the long face?
Yes.
I was like, wow, that's messed up. But went well. The whole thing with Trump went well. Now we got to bring up the whole Pearl Harbor remark.
Joke.
Yeah. Now it was kind of, you can hear in the room where everyone was like the first joke that he made was good. Then he said Pearl Harbor, and you can hear everyone go, oh. Right. I don't know if you watched the video, but it was like, wow, way to not the best of jokes, but. The prime minister, she doesn't really have the best English, right? Nice. She doesn't really speak much English. So I don't think she knew what he said, but that's a toughie. I was like, damn, not a good look.
To that one.
Yeah, but I did find it funny when they went to the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden's auto pen is in there, and she just starts dying laughing. I wish it showed it. Oh, let's see if I can find it on Twitter. Oh, speaking of, not to go down a path here, but did you see that Robert Mueller died yesterday?
Yes, I did.
I don't like how happy you look when saying that.
No, I'm not as happy, but the minute I saw that, I said, oh, good. Now they have somebody to pin the whole Russiagate disaster on as all the facts come out. So he'll be the scapegoat. Why am I watching your video game?
No, that's what's on Twitter. Oh. Yeah, here we go. It's right here. Ready? She looks at the auto pen. Ready? Going across. Laughs at it. The auto pen. But yeah,
well, she knows enough about our politics to know what the joke is with that, right?
Yeah.
They do pay attention.
During the state dinner at the White House. I mean, she's loving it, but I don't know if they have it. But it was kind of in, I don't want to say poor taste, but it was kind of a bad joke.
I just want to take a minute. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast, okay? I draw a line on all the gold in the White House. I think Trump took it way too far. That is the gaudiest looking fireplace. And I would not be adverse to President Vance coming in and saying, let's get rid of that stuff.
I'm surprised Melania hasn't said anything.
I don't. She may like that look. I don't know. But, it's too much. It's too much for our country. He took it too far. And I don't like it. It's my house, the people's house. He can leave it there while he's there. He's president. But it's got to go when he's
I'll take it down when I'm in, Ma. I'll take it down.
Okay. The gold's got to go. It's too much.
Now, here's a question. Is it real gold? Can't be, right? I doubt it. I doubt it's that much gold.
I'm sure it's quality stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's just... the Oval Office, I'm like, it's gaudy. It's just too much. And that's, it doesn't befit our nation, which has a little bit more simplistic back in colonial times, the White House and everything. It's just over the top.
Did you watch this video, though, of when he made the Pearl Harbor joke?
No.
You can hear, right? Listen to this. You could just hear everyone go, oh. There you are.
Thank you very much. Japan's GJ Press. Japan's biggest concern is...
Who knows better about very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay?
It's like he's like, that was a swing and a miss. But she doesn't really know English, so it's kind of like,
She probably wasn't alive when Pearl Harbor happened. She looks like she's about my age. So we weren't alive when Pearl Harbor. Well, we have nothing to do with it.
Hold up. I don't think that's true. I think she's...
How old is she?
Let's see. Japanese Prime Minister.
Put this way, Grandma was a few years old when Pearl Harbor happened.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
She's 65.
Yeah, I'm 61, so or will be 61, so we're about the same age. We weren't
Don't
even
date
born when
yourself
we were
like that, Ma. Don't date yourself.
Well,
You look, Ma. You look like the cart titan too.
Which
Which
titan do I
titan?
look like? I'm
You
gonna
look like
ask.
the ape titan. You know, with the long arms, the weird body.
Denise Richards.
I told Matt Sprague that's what he looks like. The ape titan with the long arms, but like the weird body. But yeah, so. Oh, who want to go with? Let's do this one next. This is the video I told you about. The bomb guy, the news reporter that got bombed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can show this on YouTube, but let me just show you guys. I got a lot to say about this because I got some questions. Ready? So
further rocket attacks were reported against Nahariya and admitted.
Okay, you hear the bomb coming. Now I won't show it, but I just want to point this out. So now this guy's talking about, oh, this was a targeted attack. This is this and that. And don't get me wrong. Like I feel bad for the guy. He should never be getting bombed. But look where he is. He's in a wide open field. I don't see a building around, right?
In the back there, though, right?
Yeah, and that's like some kind of farm or something. And it looks like a bomb's already hit in that exact spot, right?
Right.
Almost as if he kind of knows that a bomb's there or something. But the concept that they think that this guy, or like that Israel purposely shot a rocket at this guy just seems very far-fetched. Why would they care about this one guy?
That's what they're claiming?
This guy says, oh, it's an attack on journalists and this and that. I'm like, this is either you knew that rocket was going to land there because, one, there's already an explosive there and you went into the belly of the beast.
Right.
Or this was a complete fluke and he just happened to be by it. Like, there's no real, from what I could tell, unless if we're behind the cameraman, there's an entire city there. That's just a wide open field in a street. Why would they be shooting a rocket there? So that's why I'm like, it's got to be a stray.
Well, and he might not have known that it was coming because I think he would have had a helmet on.
Sure, but then again, nowadays, I don't know what people do for views, but it just seems like such a random
every
spot.
journalist loves to put the helmet on when they're in the field. Even if, like, they've had some that it's been a joke. Remember that they were in these fields, like they were covering, and a person's walking behind them with grocery bags.
Oh, that's like, remember the flooding when the guy's in the canoe and you just see a lady walk by, like it's not that deep?
Right. They want to make it, and there have been incidences where I believe it was CNN staged these things, had actors and whatnot to make it look like they were, and they would make the excuse, well, we're trying to depict the actual bombing going on without putting anybody at risk. So I would just say if he was really in an area that he thought was risky, they probably would have required him to put a helmet on or something.
Right. So that's why I have to believe, like, I don't think he's crazy enough that he would be like, hey, let's stand right here for this bomb to go off.
Right.
But I have to believe that that's just a stray rocket. I don't think they're targeting one reporter from Lebanon, right?
Right.
So, and again, I can't show you the video, but.
You ever see Trey Yanks from Fox News? I think it's Fox News.
No.
That guy is in like the middle of Israel when they're getting bombed. He goes to the belly of the beast. He is fully covered, and he's always like in a hovel, and bombs are going off all around him. I'm in the middle of Tehran right now, or I'm in the middle of Jerusalem right now. He goes in the thick of things, but he's covered from head to toe. You know, he's not a total idiot because he knows he's in a bombing area.
Carmen's boyfriend showed me a video of one of his friends is stationed over in one of those countries that got bombed. I don't think it was Iran. It might have been Israel. But the bomb that landed, he's in his hotel room, and the bomb probably lands the distance from where I am to my kitchen. I was like, holy shit. It was close. Yeah. And he just watches it come down and go, boom. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So, yeah. But I won't, here, hold on. I might just close my screen real fast to show you well, I guess I can show it to you later. We don't have to do it now. But this bomb, he gets in his left arm, he actually gets some shrapnel stuck in it. So and then he goes, this was a planned attack on me, which, listen, I understand you're using your 5 seconds of fame here. Great idea. Don't get me wrong, I'd probably do it too, but I think that was a complete fluke, just based on the fact that there's no buildings. It's just an open field.
Right. A bit of a stretch there, trying to claim it's against an attack on the press. That would be, first of all, an incredible waste of time during a war to be targeting press, and second of all, to aim for this guy in the middle of a field somewhere, it seems a little
It doesn't seem, I agree. All right, let's go on to what's going on in California. So first we had the Somalis, right? We had the Somali incident in Minnesota, which that got swept under the rug a little bit, but hopefully they still uncover more and more fraud from that.
Right.
So James O'Keefe went undercover. This is a little bit different from fraud. We'll get to more fraud in a second. But James O'Keefe went undercover in Los Angeles posing as a homeless person.
Right.
On hidden cameras, petitioners admitted that they were getting paid $7 to $10 per signature, earning $1,000 or more per day. So basically, it's a 28-minute video. You can watch it if you want. But this kind of goes to the not just voting. I mean, the voting's not the biggest thing for the homeless here. It's more so if they want to come in and they want to get housing units in and they want to build and they need permission, right? They need certain signatures to get it. They will pay these homeless people $30 to $40 or whatever. $7 to $10 and then constantly, yeah. And then eventually they're making X amount of dollars a day. They say that basically a guy will come in with a clipboard, say, hey, I'll give you $1 for each one you sign, and they'll just do it. So this is how California is getting away with a lot of this stuff. It's definitely worth watching. I mean, the real shame is that they're making so much money and they just go right to drugs, right? Like, right to, they could get houses, they could do something, they could pay rent, but I think
we give billions of tax dollars to each of these cities to clean up the homeless problem, and it just gets worse. The money never goes to them.
Yeah. And then when you do give them the money, though, like I was watching, I think I talked about in the last podcast, but the Section 8 housing in California and how they're just drug houses, graffitied, everything's broken. You just see people passed out everywhere. And then they go back to it again the next day. And then they go, man, why am I getting evicted? Well, so, it's getting pretty ugly over there. But this was kind of...
I said it before and I'll say it again. This is just one example of it. Things have got to be different. Your generation should never accept any politician saying, we don't know where the money goes, right?
Right.
That's their fallback. Nobody told us. Nobody tracks it, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that should fly anymore in this day and age of AI, digital currency. My God, apps that can tell you how many subscriptions you have. I see commercials for that for young people. No young person should ever accept that from any politician going forward. This has got to stop. This is just pure fraud. And the problem's getting worse. And it's not a hidden problem. People live with this. They get off the school bus, these little kids. They're stepping over hypodermic needles to get home. This is insane in the United States of America that this grift is going on. I understand that James O'Keefe was attacked the other day, too. There's a video. Yeah,
I didn't watch that video. I just saw the highlight of it. But, you're in California where the Democrats love to help. But basically what this was saying was basically like, if this is what they'll do for homeless people for some signatures, what do you think they'll do for voting? And that's essentially what the whole thing is. But
right. We talked about that last time. And things are being uncovered left and right. I just saw something before the podcast. Harmony Dillon, they've gone through, I think, 40 million voter registrations, and they've come up with 300,000 plus dead people who have voted.
Right.
I mean, and that's just the tip of, she goes, and thousands and thousands of others. So to say, oh, well, it never happens, or it's a small amount, neither of those things are true. But even besides voting, the problem you saw with money being given out, grants for for all these housing things. And then you got the guy in New York City who wants to do free preschool. It's a joke. You're going to do that with what we just saw in Milwaukee? Billions of dollars for free preschool in New York City. You don't think that that's going to be another grift for how many organizations? I mean, they just keep doing it. And that's why I say it's never going to change until younger generations, I mean, us too, but you guys just don't live in that world anymore. And you should not accept that.
Speaking of grants, I was watching a whole, not documentary, I wouldn't call it a documentary, but basically they were talking about how many grants or how much science-based grants are, I don't want to say fraud, but like, let's say I'm doing a study on something and the grant says I'm trying to prove that, like my hypothesis is I'm trying to prove that heat, something stupid, proof that screws
Loosen in the heat.
you loosen in the heat, sure. And the you find out that the hypothesis is wrong and it's not true, hypothetically,
Right.
they will lie just to keep the grant money. So they'll publish it just so that they can keep the grant money. So there's a ton of science out there that's just not true. And then basically someone goes through and has to, right, the board, I guess, has to go through and say, oh, this is invalid. But they've already spent the money. So they just go, okay, you're done. It didn't work. And then, they just either pocket the money or they spend it all before the end. So,
Yeah, and what people don't talk about is when you do those grants, a big chunk of the grant money is automatically given to the university or the company that is allowing the people to do the grants, right?
mm-hmm.
And then charge an administrative fee. So for all, like University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, they do research on vaccines or something. Oh, okay. X number percentage of whatever that, it's $1 million grant, we get 10% to the university. So they're not getting the $1 million because a chunk of it is an administrative fee for them to use the facilities and blah, blah, blah. People don't understand that part of it. They think, oh, all this money's going to research. No, a big chunk of it doesn't. It lines the pockets of these universities. So of course they want to do grants. They want as many grants as they could possibly get because they make money from them.
Right. So the grant thing has to be, they have to really crack down on the grants because grant money is, I would say it's almost up there with the NIL deals. Where's the money going? But yeah. So let's talk about some more fraud. Honestly, I would say fraud at a bigger level. The hospice stuff. Have you been paying attention to what Nick Shirley doing with the hospice in California?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Nick Shirley goes out to California and he's like, man, all of these hospice places, I mean, how is it possible that there's so many hospice companies, but not that many hospice people, right?
Yeah.
So he goes in and he finds this development and it's kind of like it's literally like a motel. And he goes in there and this video is 39 minutes. Strongly recommend you guys watch this one. But he goes in, each one of these motel rooms is a hospice center. He looks inside. There's no furniture inside. There's no this inside. I don't know where he actually got the paperwork from. I forget if he says it in the video or not. But he shows how much each one is billing. So they bill insurance $930,000. Looks inside, right? They get $1 million from insurance without checking. And he looks down and all these people have, it's like the most rundown motel with $1 billion, with cars that are worth thousands of dollars, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in that little development. How's this make sense? They got shitty cars, or really nice cars, but shitty hospice cares. So,
like I said, we don't know how the money got there. We don't know. Nobody follows where this is.
Yeah.
How does that fly anymore? Okay.
So he's uncovered. He's uncovered $170 million just in hospice fraud. So
in one state, a big state, but one state. It's going on in every state in this country.
How do I get in on this, mother? How do I?
More importantly, we should, in my opinion, I never should have to pay another dime in income tax ever again.
Yeah.
The fraud alone, and the president has said this, the fraud alone, we would not have to pay income tax. Ever since wouldn't have to if we cleaned up the fraud.
Yeah.
So we are basically working slaves supporting, mostly grifting in this country. I'm starting to think that that's the biggest expense with our tax dollars.
Yeah.
Is all this grift that's going on in this country.
I mean, props to Nick Shirley for going through all this because he's playing a dangerous game. But Gavin Newsom comes out and he's like, there's no proof. Like, I forget how he put it, but it's almost like he didn't watch Nick Shirley's video. And Nick goes, I just showed you the proof. I literally have a whole video on all these. It's an entire motel of just empty rooms that all say hospice care. So, yeah, he's doing the Lord's work.
They've been highlighting some freaking bridge that Newsom was putting in.
Oh,
wildlife.
Yeah, the
$114 million bridge. And it just goes over like a 4-lane highway?
Yeah, it's terrible. It does nothing.
Or some asinine.
It has like a drop off too. So if any animal ever jumped off that, they'd probably break their legs.
Yeah.
So.
And the arrogance of these individuals. In the old days, that's an embarrassment, buddy. You've just been you've just been exposed. Oh no, he doubles down. I'm wonderful, and there's no fraud, and the bridge is fine. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. Let's give viewers a second to chime in if anyone has anything to say, because I realized we just did sorry, I'm in recording mode, not streaming mode.
I will say they have cracked down on, because we always say, when will somebody go to jail? I know some people who have been, or I don't know them. I've seen that people in Milwaukee, many of the Somalian individuals involved, have all been convicted for the fraud.
Oh, they have?
I think they should. Yes, there have been cases of people being convicted for the fraud. I don't know the money they're giving the money back. I doubt it, but yeah, it is ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
DOJ's out there. I'm curious to see because he just put JD Vance in charge of that, the fraud in the country. So I don't know big picture what that means. Will he set up an organization or something to start going after every state like this? Because it's overwhelming and people need to pay a price. Someone has to turn the spigot off.
Yeah.
Okay? Someone has to turn it off. And it has to start with, I guess,
wasn't that Elon's job though? I thought that was the whole point of Doge.
Well, fabulous article I read from one of the Doge people, a young guy talking about it, and it gave me hope because he said, I should have brought that one, but he just basically said, we can fix this. We have the means nowadays between AI and, just in general. He's saying what I've been saying. It's a different world now. We don't use ledgers, but it's been 19 years that they've been trying to update the IRS computer system.
Right.
19 years, Chris. Millions and millions of dollars spent on it. He says, and it's still not done. By now, it's an antiquated system,
Yeah.
So it's just.
I can do it for free in my new chatbot thing.
Common sense would say unleash the young techie people of the world. Oh no, we can't have that. Politicians don't want.
Well,
that,
Mom,
right?
that's because we didn't bring the Indians over on the HB1 visas. That's why.
I know. Oh yeah, shut.
All right. Let's do this one. Speaking of fraud, left-wing foundation bankrolls push to bring the Qur'an into American churches. I guess this isn't really corruption, but
it's not fraud. I don't know. I mean, I have a personal opinion of no freaking way is this going to happen. But we've had a lot of issues like in Texas. A lot recently. I was never a proponent of school vouchers, only because I said once you start doing that, now the government has a foot in the door with private education, religious schools, and whatnot.
right.
So down in Texas, and I do agree, if you're going to do it for one, you should do it for everyone. They had to allow their voucher system for people who want to send their kids to the Muslim schools. There's 3 of them that qualified. Of course, I think that's fair. If you're going to open it up to religions, you should open up to as long as the school meets the qualifications. Okay. Then I see this article. And I blame the Christians and hopefully not the Catholic churches, but I don't trust them. Then now all of a sudden we're going to start reading the Qur'an in Catholic and Christian churches as some sort of, hey, let's all kumbaya join hands.
Yeah, no.
I haven't heard about the Bible being read in mosques, but I'll put a pin in that. Maybe that's going to happen too. I doubt it. But once again, I'm kind of tired of, what would Jesus do? Well, just it's not appropriate. We've become too lax with, I respect other religions. In our country, you're entitled to it. But I'm getting kind of tired as a person who's part of the Christian Catholic Church of bending over backwards to kumbaya something that our Lord was very specific. There's only one way to get to heaven, and that's through me, Christ. People can argue that, but that's our belief as Christians and Catholics. You can read the Quran all you want to. Has nothing to do with my faith, and I really don't think it's appropriate in the churches. But it's just it's never enough. Now they got to get into our churches. They got to get into the schools. Certain religions, I respect it. You have your space. Stay there. You don't need to be in mine. You don't need. I'm not going to bother with your religion. I respect it. I know something about it. I don't believe in it, but it's America.
Right,
We have freedom of religion. Which one? I have to draw the line, and I'm not even talking to the Muslim people. I'm talking more to our own faith leaders. As a person in that faith, I'm telling you, we've had enough. And unless you want a schism in this church that you're never, the Christian church and the Catholic church, there's already some trouble there. in the global church. If you keep pushing this, other religions in a church, when our Lord was very specific. There's one way to get to heaven, and that's through me, to get to my Father through me. Ain't no Allah in that picture. That's what we believe. So I had to put this up there for people who think, oh no, we got to be, it's never going to happen and it's okay and blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. I've got organizations that are heavily funded pushing this initiative. Why? You have your own faith.
Yeah, I think this also kind of comes down to the whole, not to get down the conspiracy theory point of view, but the whole idea of one government, one religion, which
not here.
It's never going to happen. You can't do that easily by just
hold on. I will say the United States is based on the Judeo-Christian religion. It is. Right. Yeah. Our Constitution is based on it. Why? We just talked about Iran and women being lesser. We don't believe that here. That's a Judeo-Christian. Every child of God, made in the image of God, and pursuit of happiness, and can be happy and live and be equal and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. It hasn't been perfect, obviously. We've had histories with slavery.
Except for me. Oh, sorry.
But we've worked towards that goal. Those are Judeo-Christian principles, right?
Right.
Doesn't mean that you can only be Jewish or Christian here. We tolerate other religions, meaning they're welcome. You can practice it. You cross a line when you start saying one way. Okay, that's fine. I don't really need to read the Bible in the mosque. It doesn't change my... But would that happen? Is that allowed? Doubt it.
I think what would be... If you were to... I don't know the Qur'an very well. I know the Bible decently well. But I think we would be surprised by how much overlap there is in a lot of these books.
Yes.
So they're not too far off, but obviously the interpretations are different. But I was watching a whole thing on... in a lot of, not religion, but ancient cultures, they all, no matter where they are in the world, no matter what, everyone has a great flood and everyone has, before there was a moon, which is very interesting, right? So
yeah,
there's some conspiracies out there, but that one's pretty crazy. So that's what I mean. I think there's going to be a lot more similarities in them than you would think. But.
Well, every now and then science will prove something. There are some scientists who claim that there was a major flood in the globe, in that area, Dryas. By looking at the earth samples and whatnot. Recently, I saw that there is some scientific evidence that there was an earthquake on what they think the day is that Christ was crucified. When they look at this, because remember, the temple broke. The earth shook, and the whole temple wall broke, right? Huh. When Christ died. Yeah. And now they say there is some scientific evidence. I just saw that recently.
Coincidence?
So yeah, you're gonna see some overlap.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is there may be similarities in the sense that, I can't. You're right. I'm not well enough in the Quran to say. I know there's things in the Quran that sound great. We can agree with them. There's a lot of other stuff that's interpreted as not being in conjunction with our faith. But the Quran does not have the word of God in it. Our God. It does not.
I don't want to go down the whole religious route tonight. I don't think our viewers want to listen to that.
You said there's a lot of similarities. Yeah. Maybe, in terms of how to live your lives and whatnot, there's some positives in both, obviously.
Right.
All I'm saying is one religion, mainly the one I belong to, keeps pushing something. They think that they're doing some sort of kumbaya. You got to draw the line. Now I'm saying sometimes it's okay to have distinction. It's fine. Doesn't mean lesser, doesn't mean problems, but I don't know why we keep bending over backwards to bring all these faiths together, that sometimes it's okay. We all get along. I'm not saying that. I'm not fighting it. But I pulled up that article because I just was for people who was oh, that's a conspiracy thing and it's never going to happen. And here we are. We got NGOs doing it. Right. Being funded to do this, to push this. And you got to ask yourself, why?
All right, let's switch it up. I hope no one's traveling this week or the last couple weeks. Elon Musk offers to pay TSA workers salaries amidst the DHS budget standoff. Let me tell you, say what you want about Musk. That's a pretty damn nice thing to do. It comes out to about $150 million a week. It's pretty nice, I won't lie. But it's nice to be able to do that, I guess. But what is the point of the shutdown? You explained it to me the other day, right? It's basically about the SAVE Act, but the Democrats are the ones that are really like, this is a Democratic problem, not Republicans being the problem this time, right?
It's not the SAVE Act. It's the DHS.
Oh, is that not part of it? Is some part of all of it?
No, the SAVE Act is a separate act to do with voting. They want to attach it to funding, to other funding. But the DHS, the Democrats do not want to fund the DHS. Why? Because ICE falls under that. They don't want to fund ICE. That's great, but by digging their heels in over ICE, what?
No, I was saying hello to a viewer. Go ahead.
Oh, by digging their heels in against ICE, I don't know if they realize, but TSA is under DHS. If you don't fund that, other groups don't get the money either. And TSA is now a big deal because of spring break. Everybody's traveling in March.
Right.
You got a holiday at the
Well,
end of
I
month,
saw the
Jewish
lines for travel. I don't know I forget if it was JFK Airport or something, but it was out to the street up to the second floor, which is insane. I mean,
yeah.
I can't even imagine what Newark probably looked like, but Newark Airport must have been a nightmare too.
Well, before I came on the podcast, I was reading some articles. God bless him. Trump's sending ICE to the airports starting tomorrow.
What for? Like people getting out?
The TSA and to arrest illegals at the airport.
Wow.
So you know what? I'm like, you know what? There you go. Checkmate, Democrats. You didn't want to fund it. The TSA people are struggling. We don't have money to pay them. We'll send ICE there. And while they're there, they'll get the illegals while they're in the airports. So I assume they're going to help TSA get people get through, right?
But why would the illegals be in the airports?
Because the airports were loaded with them. They
Why?
were all living in there.
Oh.
Why? Because we brought so many in. They came in airplanes. When we went to Newark, we were traveling. I don't know if you were with me. All upstairs. They were all just sitting around. That was like a couple years ago when Biden was still in office.
I didn't know that.
No, I don't know. They're still doing it, but they travel, right? They don't need any information. They were getting on planes with nothing. No pet, nothing. Right? Well, we're idiots showing our passports. They were just walking on because the past administration was like, you don't need documentation. Just let them go on.
Okay, interesting.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that at all. Elon, so as we were saying, this is a pretty big deal. So does this, what is stopping the Democrats from passing this at this point?
It's not passing it, funding.
Funding
They won't
it.
fund it. So they
Why?
funded enough so that we didn't have to do a full shutdown. But they refused to fund DHS, or they wouldn't give us the votes
why?
to fund it. Because ICE is under DHS.
Oh, okay. Now I see. Now it's all coming together.
Right. That's what I said. That's why it's a joke, because now he's sending ICE to the airports.
Right.
You don't want to fund DHS? You don't want to fund it because of ICE? And now you're screwing the TSA agent. No, of course, they're trying to make it Trump's fault. But he's like, hey, fund DHS, and all the TSA people get paid.
Right. I see.
They won't fund it because of ICE being under the umbrella of DHS.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully Elon can, I'm sure he has the money. Oh, what's he worth? He's like worth, so.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 150. Let's do some.
That's pocket change for Trump.
Yeah, I was like, let's do that. Hold on. What's Elon's?
He's gonna like open his wallet and pull the cash out, you know.
Musk. Net worth today. Hold on. So, oh my God, I didn't realize he's worth 814 billion. That's crazy. Hold on. I gotta bring that up to him next time I see him.
Who's that from? You can't trust everything,
No,
though, you know.
But I just want to take like a quick, okay, take out conversion. So, 180. Wait, not 18. I want to do this math just for me. So if I take 814, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
He's doing
1,
math.
2,
He's
3.
doing math,
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah, this is not good. Divide by 150 million.
Go, Chris.
Equals.
Go, Chris.
So he can literally fund them every week for the next 5,426 weeks. So
right.
wait, divide that by 52. So that is the next 104 years. That's crazy. Actually, is it 52 or 50? How many? Yeah, whatever. Close enough.
Multiply it by 52.
No, I
It's
divide
52
it.
weeks in a year.
52 weeks.
Oh,
in a
I
year.
thought you got the weekly rate.
No. So for the next 104 years, he would be able to pay them weekly.
Could be.
Did I do that math right? I might get dragged in the comments about that math. I don't know. I've had to do math since high school. I struggled counting my fingers the other day.
I'm just thankful you didn't ask me to help you.
Yeah, mommy, can you hold some fingers up for me? I need them. All right. What is this one, Mumsy?
Mommy, it's math. I can't do this.
Yeah. Mom. FBI rescues over 6,200 missing children as Trump era cracks down traffickers and predators. Good.
Damn, yeah. I mean, I read this, and this gets so under the radar. Nobody wants to report about this. It's amazing what they've done. 6,200 children. If you read through, there's a gross amount. Like 300,000 children have been lost in the previous administration. Unaccounted for, just handed over to, obviously, who knows what. But they're chipping away at it. And basically, according to Patel, he said the reason why is we've gotten them out of Washington, D.C. We've sent them out into the field offices, and they're doing the work, and they're finding these kids. So, I'm a proponent of getting all these agencies out of D.C. Send them out into the country. Let people go live in other parts of the country. And we're finding, putting the people back to the old school FBI on the ground, let them do the work, and they're finding all these children. Yeah, I wish it got more attention because I don't think people realize how many kids have just been lost, just literally lost.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Just in general. Oh, is this specifically ones over the border?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
No, but there's about 300,000 kids that were lost. If you look in the article, I can't see the article, but I believe they talk about how many came just border alone that were lost in the last administration that just came in, and they were given to people who claimed to be next of kin. 30,000 children reported missing in 2024. Under 21, somewhere in there. I thought I read that, but.
Jeez.
Yeah, there you go. Border crisis. Oh, too far.
Sorry.
Too far. Keep going.
Scale of crisis.
Keep going.
Border crisis fall. Okay. There we go.
Number there.
Officials revealed that over 145,000
were unaccounted for, have now been located, but that's part of the 300,000 unaccompanied minors released to unvetted sponsors in previous years. So when these kids came over, somebody would say, oh, yeah, I'm an uncle or I'm so-and-so. Dropped off. And there was a woman who testified from the Biden administration or under that administration who said, they're just dropping these kids off at houses. You open the door and there's 40 other kids there and one man. Tell me that's not safe, right?
Yeah.
So that was her one person's testimony. So I just think it doesn't get enough attention. And I think this is incredible. Every now and then you'll hear that they've done a joint effort with local police, the marshals, the FBI, and they'll find, not just a couple. It's like chunks of 5,000, 2,000, 6,000.
Right. All right, let's get to some gaming news. Right? This is the scientists taught lab-grown brain cells to play video games. People are freaked out.
Yes, okay, so, you got a new multiplayer option here.
Woo!
They shoot little neurons into these brain cells, and apparently by doing certain coding, it can make it shoot in this game. I guess you're familiar with the game
I believe this is Doom, the original, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I had to look it up, but Doom is like a metric for CPU computing. Because I guess back in the day, because that game came out in like the 80s, maybe even earlier, that game is completely CPU ran instead of GPU ran. So I think because the brain's essentially like a CPU, you can do it. So that's like the basic metric for video games.
Well, I mean, obviously it can't do complicated tasks. I think they said that they started with something even more basic than that. And now they've moved on because now they could get it to go right and left by firing the neurons in certain patterns. The guy shoots her, it can move right.
I don't like this.
Depending on the pattern.
I don't like where this is going, considering I just saw humanoid. Oh, live visibility restricted because your live does not comply with the 4 feet eligibility standards under our community guidelines. Banned from TikTok. Whoa. Well, let me read that again. Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Your live is not eligible or recommendation and restricted in the search results for the next 10 minutes because your live does not comply with the 4U eligibility standards. Under our computer guidelines, reason, misinformation that may cause moderate harm. How dare you, mother?
Well, you're assuming it's me. What's the misinformation?
What misinformation? I don't know. Let them figure it out.
Oh.
That's TikTok for you. Now that the U.S. bought it out.
Maybe it's because I'm Islamophobic.
Yeah, that could. Yeah, probably that could be true. All right, let's see.
I
If
said
I
it
go
10
to,
times that I don't care about other religions.
yeah, let me
Oh,
check.
God.
I'll see you in a second. Let's just see. But go ahead, continue about the.
Should we? Aren't we on a block right now?
No, that's TikTok. That's not everything else.
No, so their goal is to use it for advanced robotics or AI systems. Because obviously it's not to play video games, but
Right.
they figure if they could start with this, they can eventually. I mean, it's taken 800,000 neurons figured out how to navigate, shoot, and survive a video game without ever blah blah blah. So, a lot of time and energy on this. I'm like, where are we going with this? And it was for that reason. Once again, advanced robotics or AI. So you
Right.
now can do multiplayer with brain cells, Chris.
Woo! That's what I've been waiting for.
Woohoo.
That's what I've
Might even
been
be better
waiting
than
for. Yeah. All right, you ready for my article? This one grinding my gears, ma. GLP-1 drugs are changing how Americans eat. Fast food companies are racing to catch up. Okay. So basically, this is talking about how GLP-1s, take it, Ozempic, whatever GLP-1 you can think of, right? That's helping with weight loss, right? These fast food companies are essentially lowering the serving sizes because they're assuming that most people don't want to or don't need to eat as much, so they're holding their product back, right? So let's make smaller portions. Mom, let me tell you, if I get something from a fast food restaurant and it's the same price and I get less, I promise you, I will do an attack on Ozempic. I will take everyone
Maybe this
out.
is why Michael orders like 5 fish fillets because
They're trying to small. Like, look at that, Mom. If someone ever gave me a small drink like that, look at that. 1, 2, 3. If I can count the number of fries, I'll lose my mind. So
that's not a hamburger. That's a slider.
that's a
people.
slider. That's disgusting. Look at that syringe. That's like this big.
What the hell's in the glass sticking out? That red thing. What is that?
This is French fries and ketchup. That's what I mean. It's like 6 French fries. If someone ever gave me enough French fries to count,
Oh, yeah.
I'd lose
come
my mind. You'd see me make a scene in the restaurant immediately.
Yeah.
So Ozempic, basically, that's essentially what it is, and then it explains what GLP-1s are because that's what they have to do. And I mean, it said that 70% of users at fast food or people at fast food restaurants, 70% of them are on GLP-1s and are restricting their calories. So they just don't eat. They're not even that hungry for fast food anymore. So I was like, okay, what's the point?
Yeah.
So unbelievable.
screwed.
Yeah. The GLP-1s are getting a little nutty, to say the least.
Well, when you read all the side effects and who should not be taking it, we were watching an Ozempic commercial yesterday, and I'm listening to everything. If you have thyroid issues, if you have this, you have that. I'm sure a lot of people who are on these things have those conditions. They may not even know it.
Right.
They're taking this stuff, and who knows damage it's going to cause because they're handing this stuff out now. Like, I think you can get it over Hims, Hers, like online. You don't even need a doctor.
Right.
I'm not sure about that, but still, it's a little bit too easy to get, and I'm not sure everybody should be on it. But
That's why
maybe
everyone's
you
getting
should
on
eat smaller-
Retatrutide.
maybe you should be eating smaller fast food to begin with.
Yeah, so I saw one thing that I was watching Survivor the other day with my aunt and uncle, and on there was like an antidepressant, and you know how at the end it talks about like all the side effects, and literally the first one they go is you could be more depressed. I was like, well, what's okay? Yeah, why am I taking this side effect?
That's
You might get
classic.
more depressed. Okay.
Yeah. Then my best is if you're allergic to this, stop taking it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So what do I do?
Good to know.
What do I do? But yeah. All right. We'll open the floor to any questions that anyone has. If they have questions, they're more than welcome to ask. I have to see if.
Don't ask why we got a strike from TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok gives me a strike for the dumbest things. They're always like, we want more gamers to play games. I play a new game called like a horror game where I was doing Resident Evil. They were like, this is too tough for TikTok. I was like, okay, well, that sucks. Yo.
So don't blame
what's
me
up,
all the time. You do it too. Don't blame me.
Laughing.
Not my fault.
What questions do we have, Laffy? Laffy's going to have drunk questions. Let me see.
If you see one that says, when are you going to make the rice pudding? I'll run up and tell Grandma to get off the internet.
No, Blue Ninja actually asked for that one.
When are you making a rice pudding?
Yes.
I swear to God, I told her at dinner that I was doing a podcast tonight.
Right.
You got to put makeup on, right?
Really?
Smoking like it's your mother. That and you're wearing black. Do you get dressed up? I go, Mom, Chris comes in his pajama pants and a tank top.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting dressed up for this.
I didn't even shave.
Oh, no. Don't tell her that. She goes, could you put a necklace or something on? I go, no, Mom.
I'm surprised she's not constantly watching while she's...
If she could get down here, she would.
Well, yeah, when we did the cooking show, Grandma stood over us as we did.
It was funny. She was lurking in the background. You could see her walking in the back of the kitchen.
Oh,
The
yeah.
shadow in the back.
Yeah, oh, that's right. And I edited it, but Grandma sat at their table and just watched. I was like, this is weird. Oh, okay.
No, it's
not
okay.
that.
Something to do.
I'm told from Mission Control that we didn't go down on TikTok. We just got a warning. Okay. It said down, but okay. But yeah, if anyone has any questions about anything, they're more than welcome.
If you're going to give a warning, you should explain what the warning is. Otherwise, why would I think not to do it again? I mean, what the hell?
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah.
I didn't swear. I didn't use the R word.
I did. No.
I didn't use AJ at all.
AJ, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. TikTok has some weird parameters. I would say TikTok's actually worse than YouTube when it comes to censorship.
Oh.
Warning and bans from most platforms at this point should be taken as badges of honor. That's what Laffy said. Agreed.
Oh, I agree.
Honestly, warnings and bans from most platforms at this point should be taken as a badge of honor. We should get that on a t-shirt. That's what we should sell.
That's a good t-shirt.
I
agree. That's why it's laughable. That's why I'm dying to know, what exactly do you think I said that is so much misinformation when it's an opinion? You know, you're back to it's an opinion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. TikTok just... maybe because I put it under news and events. Maybe if I change the category, they'll give us more leeway, but whatever. Well,
I think it's funny when some people... What's that?
I said China, even though I don't think it's China anymore.
When I see some posts now on X or whatever, when they don't write the word out, like they'll put R, asterisk, ED for the R word. Can't even say it. I think it's
I still use it.
When I'm reading it and I go, why are they still doing this? They could post that because other people do. Some people just have that habit. They refuse to do. Oh, we know that from, that your other podcast friend who will still watch what she says.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to
Jen. Yeah, Jen. Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to use names.
Oh, yeah. Well, she said it on our podcast, so makes sense. But it just baffles me how I'll watch these kids, the 20-year-olds, I guess they're technically on Kik, but I'm sure some of them are on TikTok. But they'll show videos of people just getting the crap beat out of them, full fights. I can't say the R word. It's kind of ridiculous.
I agree.
God forbid I say bundle of sticks.
Yeah, I get as long as it's if you put a warning up.
Yeah.
Warning. This video is for adults only. When I tell you I'm so lazy, when I see that I'm like, I don't need to see that badly.
Really? No, that makes me go, ooh, I gotta know what this is. I was looking at the chat, mine and Kenny's the group chat that I have with my brothers, and I scroll up because we just send each other memes all day. I would say 95% of the memes we send each other are just gone. They're just banned.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. No questions.
Dad likes the ones I do with the dogs that talk.
The talking dogs.
Yeah, the voiceovers. We send each other crap like that.
Yeah.
Things that brighten the mood. I get a little bit too much with the downer stuff. It's like Grandma, she wants to watch the news. I'm like, do you really want to watch the news, Mom? There's nothing pleasant about it. It's just depression. It's just sadness, death, destruction. You really want to watch it? Let's put something light and funny on.
Laffy, just so you know, we finished all of the news articles. This is literally the end. He said, I just opened stream. I'll ask stuff later. I'm like, Laffy, you're literally an hour and 24 late.
That's okay.
7:30 Eastern Standard.
Obviously, Laffy's a little bit west of us, maybe?
I don't know if Laffy moved. Laffy got married, and he's become a whole different person, Ma. Never shows up.
Wow.
He put the hose before the bros, ma.
Terrible. Don't say that about his wife.
Sorry. Am I wrong, though? Now we never see him anymore.
No comment. I'm one of them. No comment.
I just have grad stuff to do. Ew. Nah, that's fine. There's always next live stream.
Everybody gets the full view of my Aaron.
Aaron Yeager.
Now.
You
Aaron
streamed
Yeager.
too early. Well, I mean, I literally gave like a 12 o'clock like warning to everyone in the Discord, Laffy. I literally added everyone too so that everyone gets the notification. But, yeah.
We appreciate, though, that you're trying.
Yeah, that you tried.
Wanted to make it in time.
Sure. if you haven't quit your job yet to watch my streams, you're doing it wrong.
I had to retire to start podcasting.
Yeah, I had to force my mother into quitting her job to start a podcast. Little does she know, she hasn't seen a single dollar from the podcast.
But hold on, I got an award.
Yeah, but Mom got a podcast award and I didn't. That's called karma. She's demanding a 70-30 split.
That's gold, baby. That's gold.
Yeah.
That's money in the bank.
Yeah.
Cha-ching. Your father was like, do you get a 60 over 60?
That's right.
Hell up. I popped him one. Boom.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know when Jen's thing is. It's got to be coming up soon, but I don't think she sent out any invites. I'll have to ask her. But I know Paris and Ariel wanted to go, so I was like, okay, I'll ask her. But I don't know if they've gotten or who's gotten invites yet, or if it's even happening. So
Yeah, I haven't seen any I used to get on the email string. So
yeah, I know Jen posts still, so I know she's there. I just haven't had the time to email her back. I think I'm supposed to do her podcast at some point, but her schedule's so crazy. So yeah, we'll figure it out. But what else?
Busy week ahead?
For me, not really. Well, might be doing some traveling, but as you know. But besides that, no, just working on this AI bot that for the Discord, which will be fun if it works, but it's a pain. As I was saying, we were talking before the podcast, I'm working on this bot using something called Cursor and GitHub, which GitHub's a pretty popular app, but I'm basically making a bot for the Discord so that there's actually more of an incentive to do things in the Discord. I created this bot in 30 minutes with Ken, right? I know all these coders are like, no, it's not gonna take jobs. I'm watching this thing write code for me in milliseconds. I'm like, why am I doing like? You people are useless to me now. Enjoy Uber Eats. Enjoy working for.
No more humans in my life.
Yeah.
No more humans. We're done.
Yeah. Well, I tried to find I was like, hey, can you? Because I'm trying to make what's like a pancake token, right? And which is just a picture. I was like, can you just make me a pancake token? First try, it just comes out with something perfect. I was like, I'll use that. It's crazy. I was like, I don't need it. Yeah. That would have taken me hours, maybe even days to do. And it was perfect. So, I've changed my mind. I'm all for AI taking over. Just based on those two things, please take over everything.
This is an aside, but I saw an Alexa commercial with Thor. What's his name?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth and his wife.
Yeah.
Elsa.
Oh yeah. I like that one.
Did you see that?
I've seen that one.
Cute. I was like, yeah.
I didn't know that was his wife. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, that is his Elsa.
Yeah, that's his actual wife.
Yeah, but that was cute. I saw that. I'm like, he actually catches a lot of the same things that most people think about Alexa. But then again, he's like, oh, I do like a cinnamon crunch or whatever it was at the end. Cinnamon something for the spa. Like, yeah, that's about right. We all hate it until we benefit from it, and then we love AI.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, once it does something nice. I'm trying to get one that's more of a personal assistant, one that will remind me of things, but there's really not that many that are good personal assistants that are free and not a pain in the ass to set up.
So, Dad and I've been watching Scarpetta, which is the Nicole Kidman murder series.
Scarpetta.
She plays a doctor, but anyhow, one of the characters was married to another woman who dies. but she, not the dead woman, she is supposedly a computer whiz, and she winds up setting an AI of her dead wife, and they talk every day, just like you and I are talking, and the wife is having conversations with the family and whatnot. I don't know if AI is that capable yet, but it is a little bit weird because the person has opinions and they're talking to family members saying, well, you know why it is. This one's in love with that one, and exchanging and whatnot. And then when she doesn't like what the dead wife says, she's like, all right, time to turn you off. And she turns it off and the light goes away. It's very, it's a little too real. Yeah. It's like, if that's the case, it's really kind of creepy to watch it. But I don't know if they're making it more than it is because of the series, but
gotcha. Yeah, I've never really seen one that's that good. Like even the super AI ones that are like someone to talk to, there's still that uncanny valley that they still haven't quite fixed yet or figured out. So yeah,
to get it to that level, I gotta believe
we're ways away.
You have to put in so much data, so much.
Yeah, I might be one of the few people with enough data on the internet to actually do it. I'm sure me and a handful of other people, but
one of these days, the YouTube or somebody's going to put out a message. We can't post this. Storage is full from Pancake 101. Like there's too much out there for a pancake.
Yeah, Laffy just brought up a great point. He said the real danger of AI is the critical thinking it saps from the average person. It's like a calculator for basic thought. So what's funny is when Kenny and I were working before, the hardest part about AI is prompting. So like trying to say the right thing. And I'm over here and I'm like overthinking things. And Kenny goes, Chris, you have to stop thinking. And I was like, Kenny, that's like the last thing I want to hear when we're talking about AI, because he's right. He's like, you're overthinking it. Like he's like, don't put as much effort into what you're saying. And I'm like, that's like the opposite. That's the dystopia that we're talking about. But
yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I'm liking it in the sense of what I've used so far. Like I've completely made it 180. AI is the greatest thing in existence at this point.
Well, I mean, we agreed. It has a purpose. It's done phenomenal things in the medical, scientific, coding fields. But even the story, even in the show, they're debating through the characters, is this healthy for her that she's talking to a dead person every day? And it's not. And she's coming to that conclusion. So it's kind of an interesting turn where at first it was her crutch, but now they're starting to see this is not normal. And they're starting to do it. They're like, this is weird. We're talking to this person. I see how she got sucked into this, but it's not a real person. It's kind of you tend to forget that.
So oh, you don't look. Oh, thank you. I thought that was someone said you don't look like you overthink things, which might be a rude compliment or not, but I don't know. That would hurt a little bit. That would hurt, but also it was like a thanks.
I don't know.
Thanks.
Was that Ken? Was
that
Kenny?
Fayon Bara Olagahari. I think I nailed that. I'm overthinking the name, but yeah.
Yeah, really.
So that's why, like for me, I always make sure to say please and thank you to my AI bot, just in case one day they start popping off and they start they remember this was the guy that said thank you.
That's right.
Backhanded compliment of the year.
Kill that human.
Yeah, he said please and thank you. Yeah.
Somebody's here. You want to join the podcast?
Oh, is that Bobo? I haven't seen Bobo in a while.
Oh, nice burp. Thank you. Come here. And now I got this wide camera.
Yeah, that's right. You can have Bobo up there. Where's Pups?
He's shy.
He's like, I don't want to be on the camera.
You want to see Chris?
Like, you nailed it. Thanks.
He's being kind of footsy lately, right?
Yeah.
Delicious.
I mean, I guess we don't have too much left. If we're not going to get any questions, then it's fine. I do want to see Pups. I haven't seen Pups since Christmas.
Sorry. I'll put that. Let me say hi to Chris. Come here.
Let's see how he's looking. How's he looking? Oh, looking fresh.
There he is.
Look, hey,
here he is.
I won't lie. That was a little bit. That was a little bit of a belly I saw there as he was getting him.
We're working on it.
Look at you.
Bo says hi.
freshly groomed, looking good. What's up, pups? He's like, okay,
All right.
I've had enough.
2 minutes, Jack.
He's like, oh.
Y'all saw him.
Pups. Backhanded compliment of the year. That was crazy. Yeah. What else can I tell you?
Coming back over. All right.
Kenny texted. Kenny and I were on a call before as we were doing this bot, and he goes, "Uh-oh, trouble's here." And I was like, "Who's trouble?" And he shows me Missy Buns. It's just doing her slow walk in. I was like, "Damn, I'm subbed." Were we ever abducted? Have I ever been abducted? No, I've never been abducted. What a weird question.
You have to think about that one. By aliens.
What do you mean? Oh, I thought you meant if I had been abducted. I was like, Ma, what the hell? Is there something you're not telling me, Ma? I got abducted? That explains the 2-year gap in my memory.
There was that time from 2000 to
Mom just goes, oh, wait. Yeah. Mom just goes, oh, wait. Like I'm a sleeper cell. Mom snaps her
I thought he
finger.
said adopted.
Rude, mother, rude.
Oops, I thought it was adopted.
It was just sleepwalking.
Right, Bobo?
Yeah. What else can I tell you? Do you have any plans this week?
Don't travel if it's TSA line.
Well, we fly private, Mom. Come on. We don't have to deal
Dad's
with
picking
TSA.
up Co at the. Oh, you got a tick ball. Dad's picking up Co at JFK Airport. Some ridiculous time. He goes, "What are the odds he's getting through TSA?"
Yeah.
Good luck. Pack a cooler.
Co's going to get a full cavity search.
He's not getting out on time. You're gonna be at that airport waiting for a 20-hour flight from God knows where.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Poor Co. After a 24-hour flight, that's going to be awful. Actually, I think it's like 28.
Still, it's gonna be far. It's like
with the layovers and stuff, it's like 28 hours easily.
Yeah, it's a full day of
From
travel.
Thailand?
Yeah, but on the receiving end, I mean, getting through airports and whatnot is gonna be
Oh yeah.
shit show for Dad. Like, you agreed to that? Are you crazy? So
What that does.
bad enough you got to drive to JFK. For those of you on the East Coast who are familiar with JFK, that's a production. But
I can't tell. I don't know if I've ever even. I'm sure I've been to JFK, but not in my recent memory. Like I don't remember JFK.
I don't know why you have ever gone to JFK. We maybe did it once in a family trip, but I thought that was possibly LaGuardia. But I remember doing JFK when I was a kid. People used to complain back then.
Really?
That's how it's always been. Yeah, because it's kind of out on the island, and you have to go through outside the city, and you have to head out on Long Island.
Coal mine.
Nobody ever wants to go.
Someone said, "Who knows but coal might pop up his butt." It's Co, not Cole.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to process that one. I was like, "Who's Cole?" Yeah, Co is our neighbor back home who's from Thailand, so that's why. Who's a freaking engineering genius.
Yeah, we've missed him.
Yeah, which means that something's broken at the house. That's basically what that means.
Dad always says, "Please don't let anything break." Co's leaving. Please
Yeah.
don't let anything break.
Co can fix literally anything. You break it, he can fix it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing
Well, I
over
was
there in
joking with
Thailand.
Dad. I said, Co's going to spend all the time in the airport thinking, how many ways I'm going to be Ken's slave when I go back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dad's can you imagine Dad driving home with Co and he's just like, so I got this list.
Here's my punch
I
list
need
of
you to
everything
look
while
up.
we're
I
gone.
need you to take a look at. That's usually Dad's line. I need you to take a look at.
Just take a look at this and tell me.
Yeah.
Knock wood, we haven't had anything major, which is good. Better wait till he comes back and, Oh, Dad made a big purchase.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was floored by this. This is when I came back with Grandma. He got one of those travel tool cabinets for the garage.
Whoa.
Like the mechanics have.
Yep.
Somehow it's become my mutual project of got to organize the tools. Every girl wants to hear that.
Is that because is he trying to move stuff from the basement to the garage?
Well, yeah, we did
Which
that.
hold on. That's 35 years too late. Dad is,
Tell me about it.
So just so everyone knows, like one of these days, I do hope we do before you guys move out, and you have to remind me one day. I want to do a full tour of that house before we give up on it or before we move out. But all of our tool stuff is in the basement, and all of the stuff my dad does tool wise is outside. So it's like, we've been telling him for years, why don't you move all the tools to outside rather than keep them in the basement? In the basement, you have to go to the kitchen. You got to go downstairs. It's like dead center of the house. So it doesn't even make sense.
Every time we have a project, it's like, gotta run down the basement to get this tool.
Got to go to the east wing of the house. Got to go past the indoor pool. Got to get to the kitchen.
Then we finally got a tool bag to put the tools in that commonly we would use. But there's so many in there, I can't even carry this tool bag because it's so heavy. So now, he got it, and it's a good idea because you use most of your stuff on the main level or out in the garage and your space to work and everything else. So, that's the project. I don't think I'm going to do it while Grandma's here, but I said, well, go through your tools. Start by cleaning out everything. And he just looked at me like I had 3 heads. You don't clean out tools. To get rid of.
Like Uncle Jerry keeps his tools very organized. I walked into their garage the other day, and batteries all lined up perfectly, like just flawless all the way through. I was like, this is how Dad should have done it. Not that Dad's disorganized. Like, Dad knows where everything is in his toolkit, or his workbench. But
oh no, he's terrible. He throws everything in the tool bag, and then I go to use it, and I get so mad. Like, will you put? Because there are pockets.
Don't you have your own tool bag?
It's my bag. He took it over. I asked for it.
I thought you had a pink one.
Ladies, that was a birthday gift one year. I asked for it, my own tool bag. So I have it because I kept going up and down the stairs. I'm like, can't I have a tool bag? Just put something. Well, over every time, your dad keeps putting more and more stuff in there. I'm like, what is this? I'm pulling out crap that, he does a job. He throws everything in there. So I said, go through it all. We've got, screws everywhere from every job. And he's right. You never know when you're going to need, when you're a homeowner, advice to everybody, you never know. You keep those extra screws because, damn it, one day you lose one, it falls in the grill. You need that one more screw, and you have one down there, and you put it in. So we've got a ton of that. They're all thrown in boxes. Not, nothing sorted. It drives me nuts. But there's a lot of tools downstairs. Like, let's get them out, put them upstairs, and use them in the garage. But anyhow, that's going to be jealous girls. That's going to be my project.
Gonna be tough.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any final questions before we wrap up this 2-hour podcast? Anyone? We'll give it like a minute or two. Yeah. Any comments?
Comments. Like, hey, how do I get my man to get me a toolbox for the garage?
Yeah. What do I have to do?
What do you do to make that happen, lady?
I got some good memes to show you after the podcast. I had some bangers. Let me see. I had one. I could not stop laughing. What brand of wallet do you use? That's a good question. I don't think, do wallets even have the brand? I don't think mine says it.
Yeah, all different kinds. Designers. Designer wallets, like Louis Vuitton.
Mom, name a really expensive wallet brand that I can say.
Louis Vuitton.
I have a Louis Vuitton wallet. No, I just use like a basic wallet. Now, my dad, the baller. Do you know about the ginger monarchy? I'm blonde haired, not redhead. I don't know why people mess that up. People think that I'm redhead because I think it's how the green screen works. Like, it throws them off.
It
but
does have a
reddish people think that I'm a redhead. Or like slightly redhead, but no, when we're in person, like the first thing people always say to me is, "You're so blonde." Except, I don't get that. But the brand that I just use the most basic wallet. So, but as I was saying, the real baller move that my dad does, right? The Ridge wallet. you know the dumb Ridge wallet. My dad said, you know what I could do instead? Just use a rubber band. Once a month, he snaps that rubber band. Right. Once a month, he snaps that stupid rubber band. You kind of look, my wallet is made of goat. You kind of look strawberry blonde. Yeah, but in person, it's just because of the green screen.
No, they're right. That's what I would call it, like a strawberry blonde.
I am not
It's
strawberry blonde in person.
No, but it looks
Yeah.
it. I do agree. You're not a full redhead.
Because
by
it takes
any means.
it takes like my hair and yeah. As I said, in person you'll go, oh wow, he's really blonde. When we do a meet and greet someday and I'm fist fighting viewers, that's what.
Or if his mom, you say, "Oh, it's really long, Chris. Time to get a cut."
I know. I have to. I just have another time. You probably think it's a song about you.
What?
I don't know. Some of my viewers are. It's tough.
They're being mean, or are they?
Probably think it's I don't know. I'll put you down. I love my viewers. Remember, so my dream, Mom, is I'm gonna have. You guys don't understand the rules, right? I said I'm gonna do a meet and greet, and I'm gonna do a round robin boxing match with each of my viewers, right? So, right, here's the problem though. There's a couple of rules. You can't be older than 16, and you have to be less than 120 pounds. So that's the rules. And I think Laffy's like 6'2".
No,
I don't like swinging up. I don't like swinging upwards.
I can hurt my rotator cuff.
Yeah,
We don't want that in our family right now.
I did chest the other.
No
yeah,
rotator cuff.
I did did chest day the other day, and I'm feeling it in my shoulders, which is not good. I'm getting old, Ma.
Yeah, well,
Ma.
join the club.
Time to get on the
Join the
Rattatra
club.
tide. Laffy's 6'4". Yeah, I don't want to swing.
That's way too high up.
Yeah, that's
That's
like.
too high up. We're not doing that.
I'm going for the legs. I know your knees are weak.
At the knees.
I drop kick the kneecap.
Kick it from behind.
Yeah. All right. I guess there's not much else to say tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, we can wrap it up there. Played Crimson Desert yesterday. Let me tell you, fun game. Very boring.
Oh, I've seen that advertised.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's just not really great for streaming. It was it's very story oriented and very slow. So we'll probably go back to playing other stuff later. So that one's the one that I'll play off stream when I have some free time. So 07. Oh God, Laffy's been drinking too much. Mom, my viewers are either idiots or alcoholics. There's no in between. Oh God.
What does that say about us?
I know.
What does that say about us?
This is my demographic.
They are our people.
I know Laffy's just sitting in a chair with some whiskey or bourbon, just going. That's my viewers.
You don't know that.
I do.
Don't say that.
I know that for a fact.
They're an elite group of people. Want to expand in knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm not insulting. I'm saying it honestly.
No, yeah. It's true. We have the elite of the elite. But I got to work on my bot some more. But the downside to these AIs is you only get a free version. And those free versions, you can only do a certain number of like questions. So I'm in the middle of building this bot. And they're like, you have to wait till 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'm like, shit. I'm halfway through building this. Now I have to take a seat. I was pissed. So, elite group of couch potatoes. This is true. We are an elite group of couch potatoes.
As I said, these are our people, Chris.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Like halfway through that, I didn't have much to eat today, right? Because I had my protein shake. I had a couple chicken drumsticks that I made. I was looking forward to my waffles, my protein waffles. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. my protein waffles, my Kodiak protein. If they don't sponsor me, I'll lose my mind. I might have to reach out for a sponsorship just to get unlimited Kodiak waffles, the protein ones.
Listen, I don't have much longer because I got to go up and do my second job.
Oh, that's right. Mom has to go take care of grandmother.
Yeah. Been hovering for too long up there.
Yeah. Are you saying Dad can't give the pills to Graham? Is that too much?
Oh no. Oh no, could be poison. Crazy lady, you know. Who is this person?
Who is
She's
this?
engrossed in a show. Who is this person? Why is he giving me pills?
Oh man, don't even joke about that.
I know.
She'd probably be confused just by like, why is Ken giving it to me? What the hell is this? Is he trying to get rid of me?
She'll try and scam some food. You know, she gives me a cookie with
Irene
this.
gives me wine with this. I don't think you can mix medication with wine, Carol. Yeah.
Not happening. No.
All right.
She's lucky she gets a cracker or two.
Yeah, that's true. So excited to have her back. All right. Well, we'll end it there. So the only things I have to promote, obviously, the Niho build is still going. I'm going to start posting the next Lego build that we're doing. It's already recorded and all that. So now it's just about editing it, posting it. And then tomorrow is a Game Pass Roulette video. What else? This comes out on, well, it'll already be posted, but I'll post it to Spotify on Tuesday. And that's pretty much it, guys. So social media, promo code, stream links, Discord. And we will see you guys hopefully on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. So laters.